There's a real fine line in there. It has to be on that line to shear it good. I hate doing these one at a time. Every once in a while when the air volume is low, have to give it a little kick on that pedal right here. This pedal right here used to come way out here. Probably somewhere like a 3-foot cheater on it. But then whoever had it before me cut it off right here and then welded this plate on there. And then added this unit here. And kind of wish it didn't. Probably would cut better without it. Oh, that was that one. It's kind of a weird angle there. This is going to be just as, maybe not as bad. I don't think you can see that line down in that crack there. It's right in between here. I have to look in there and find my mark. Line it up with the blade and the table. See, every once in a while I hit that like that because the air pressure is real low. I think the compressor hasn't cut on yet. And then end up like this with the this. This will go on those holes right there, somehow or another. There, lined up. And with a spacer, of course, nylon washer. And then, to show you how much, I gotta straighten these out. Line up them holes, line up them holes. Now you can see just how much space I'm going to have. There. Well, that's not set perfectly straight there. There we go. Gonna have about a 1/4 of an inch. So my positive, underneath doesn't jump over the side, over the neutral. I want it to force itself through the neutral plate. Some people say it pulls more amps that way because it has to work harder. Well, if it does, then I'll just turn all the neutrals into, I'll drill some more holes in them down here for nylons, for bolts, and cut these at an angle, or cut these like this. Every other one, cut the other one like this. But if it doesn't work out the way I want it to, I can always do something else with these plates. Okay, well, these are done. Them two. But I'm not going to cut all of these right now. Just showing you, I could probably use my hand shears, scissor shears, and go a lot faster. That's what I did the other cell with. Wherever I put it, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Sitting right here on this bucket. I did all these cuts here with my scissor shears. It turned out I may do it. It works out better. And this one, they kept wanting to touch up in here in this V, so I went ahead and put a fifth one right through the V. And it keeps them apart. But that's, I gotta take it apart and clean it up anyway. But you can see my junk. My light. Old light. Another old light. Now I'm back to using the old-fashioned light bulb. And there's my hydrogen hose. You got another roll that big in my storage building. That's some pretty big stuff there. I got that off of eBay real cheap. Of course, a lot of people did. They had like 1,000 rolls of it. And this one I took apart to make the hose bigger, so the bolts, the nylon bolts, would have a little play, so they just slide on there. And them are some I got through cutting earlier, the angles. And these I've got to, I don't know what I have to do these. Oh, I have to cut the angle on these up here and then straighten them up. See how bowed they are? And I drilled a hole in the middle so I can get some of that bow out, which, you know, laying them down and pushing, you know, on them takes the bow out, plus the one being in the middle. Let's straighten it all up. And then when I have my bolts on positive and negative, that'll straighten it out. And that's 5 positive and 5 negative, and then 9 neutrals. Let's see how that works out. If it don't work out, like I said, I'll use the neutrals for something different, because I'm going to build another one of these. I gave away my other one that I had built because I wanted to redesign it, because it had the holes drilled in the cap for the positive and negative, and they'd be in the dry air, and I didn't want them because they'd always be hot, and I'd always get meltage around the caps right here, and it'd be real hard. I'd have to use a pipe wrench to get the top off of it, and one couldn't get it off at all, so it kind of melted in. So I'm going down here, put my positive and negative. That way it'll be underneath the water line, and these stainless steel bolts will stay nice and cool. But now you've seen this beast, and maybe you'll see it finished pretty soon. I'm still shearing plates.